Welcome to Sunday School Junkie, the podcast for anyone who's addicted to reaching kids for the kingdom. Whether you're a brand new volunteer, a veteran teacher, or just looking for inspiration, this is the place for tips, tricks, and stories from the best in apostolic children's ministry. Let's talk shop, share resources, and celebrate the incredible opportunity we have to shape young lives for Jesus. Now let's get started.
Welcome to Kidmin Backstage, the place where we talk about kids ministry and take a peek behind the scenes. We try to share a little bit of what we've learned that works for us and some of our failures so you can avoid them. We release a new episode every Friday, and this is your Backstage Pass to see the magic or disaster that happens behind the scenes of our kids ministry. I'm your host, Gabe Baker, and today I am joined by
Brother
Philip Booker.
You have a mic.
I was trying to do.
Okay, go for it.
And welcome to Sunday School Junkie, where today it's all junk.
Just had to be here.
And speaking of backstage disaster,
Oh, Lord.
And welcome once again to Apostolic Children's Ministry Podcast, where we are joined by everybody and their brother, apparently. This is going to be awesome. The best podcast ever.
yes.
Hello and welcome to the Apostolic Children's Network podcast. I'm your host, Chris Bradshaw, and I'm joined by all my friends. This is like take 3 or 4.
All three?
Yeah. All 3, yeah. Everybody else is just like, yeah. So we wanted to jump on.
We were your friends when we started recording. We are not your friends anymore.
Oh, my word. So joined by a bunch of friends, and we wanted to kind of talk about this weekend and what an awesome weekend we have had. The WPF hosted its very first children's ministry conference right here in Union City, Tennessee. And I personally want to thank every one of you sitting at the table for coming in. Wow, what a weekend we had. We had 14 kids and 1 adult get the Holy Ghost.
Incredible.
Yeah, that is incredible. And so I would say we could open up with some fails.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have any.
Time for the
Everything's
bloopers.
imperfect.
Just go straight into the
And now's the time for the part that everybody's been waiting for, the bloopers.
Man. So, yes, we're running, Brother Pelletier. So, we set up multiple times, and it has been hilarious. So,
All right. We're playing hot potato with the mics. But yeah, so
Mine.
I'll take this one really quick because we talk about magic and disaster. Just trying to do this podcast was one of the behind the scenes disaster, but it was hilarious.
that's been great.
So we went through, 2 or 3 soundboards, several cables. I think we have about 100 cables out here.
If we stretched them.
And there's 11
Don't
of
forget
us
the
in
human
6 months.
sponge.
Yeah.
The human sponge came through.
The human-
in the club.
Yeah, I don't think did we get it on video? I don't know if did we get a video clip? Okay, I need to get that from you. We'll have to
I
add
don't think
that.
I like this conversation.
Oh.
Greater love hath no man than this.
That he would sacrifice his Sunday
Lay
school
down
junkie
his
shirt for a friend.
Sounds like a G-Rap version.
Oh man.
So, real quick, do we just want to go around the table and introduce ourselves?
Sure.
I'm Brother Bradshaw.
I'm Sister Bradshaw.
This is Gabe Baker.
Kimberly Pelletier.
James Pelletier.
Philip Booker.
Tristan Booker.
Brian Manmore.
Becky Van Warren.
Leona Mead.
Aaron Mead.
Joined by all our friends. A lot of our friends had to go home, unfortunately, so we don't have some friends here. But wow, what a weekend we have had, y'all.
It was
So-
great.
Does anybody want to talk about a particular subject?
How about just the incredible turnout for the first year? It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
We're
we-
in Union City, Tennessee for the first time outside of Southern California. We did something like this, and
Mhm.
it just blew our minds. We had double the attendance of what I expected, to be honest. It
Yeah.
was incredible.
What was the exact reverse?
Sister Bradshaw, do you know?
I know we handed out 110 folders, but we had more registered than the 110.
Correct.
That's incredible.
So I think it was around
we had more than that. We had over 10 to 15 that didn't come. And we still handed out that many.
25.
25 churches across the nation represented. That was just awesome.
And I think somebody counted about 300 people on Friday night. And I heard roughly 200 of those were kids.
Yeah, right. I think it was like 170 that were 16 and under.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
so
counted
you started-
exactly 300.
You started this by saying that 14 to 15 got the Holy Ghost. Maybe even, I think your pastor said 15 or 16.
It was 14 kids and 1 adult.
Okay.
Okay.
They got the Holy Ghost at a training conference.
Yes.
That's so cool. We all came to learn about Sunday school and bus ministry, and it just we all put it into practice on a Friday night, and we saw what God did. This thing works.
It was
Children's
so
ministry
good.
just worked.
What better way to concrete it in your mind than seeing it work?
Yeah.
We just talked about this, and now, boom, here it is. It's working. So that was so awesome.
And some of the things, like, let's talk about a little bit what we did. We got here, most of us got here pretty late. And of course, even those that were here already were up later than those of us that got here late.
I think they've been up all week.
All week, I think. Yeah. I mean, but we got here late, and then we got up and went to
late Thursday.
Thursday, yes. And then Friday morning, we had the opportunity to go with Brother Eric Williams to a local school here and do basically a short Sunday school.
Yep.
That was incredible.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I've had Brother Williams on my podcast multiple times, but he is involved in a program called FCA, and that is Future Christian Athletes, and that literally gives us the ability to go into our public schools all around us. I think he's in 6 different public schools, and he gets to go into those schools and basically just do what we do here every weekend, and we just talk to him, and man, that was fun. That was so much fun having all you guys there. I wish he was here so we could talk about it. But I know on a weekly basis, he's talking to anywhere between 500 to 600 kids in our local public school systems.
Yeah, I think they estimated about 300 at the school. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. In the WhatsApp chat, we always see him posting stuff, but to actually be there.
Yeah, to get to see it in person.
It was so neat. So cool. And the kids were, they're your typical kid, but they were very attentive. Like it wasn't rowdy. It didn't feel like it was ever out of control at all. It was great.
Yeah.
I just wish you guys had remembered the balloons. That would have been a big help.
Yeah. If we would have remembered the balloons, I agree.
How did you guys forget the balloons for my lesson? What is wrong with you? For those that don't know, we did an object lesson involving balloons. And when it came we realized we needed them. There was a mad scramble because there was nowhere around to buy them. It was just not going to happen. So the school, thank God for the teachers of that public school, they went and ransacked their desks and found us what we needed. So we were able to teach it, because that would have been such a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after what I heard about the school, I know we did a training seminar here in Union City, but the culture was already here before the rest of us even got
Oh,
here.
yeah.
What's happening in Union City is incredible. And so even though we came here to do a seminar and to teach people about Sunday school and the passion of kids ministry, that passion was already here when we showed up. So that's really cool.
Absolutely. Pastor Uzzle gave us the keynote address at the beginning.
Yeah.
I wish you care about children's ministry, and it couldn't have been any better. It was absolutely bringing in various ones that have walked through bus ministry and are now part of the team. Perfect way to kick it off.
I found out, I guess I didn't know, I should have noticed, but the girl that asked to help in the Bible story skit on Friday night, she asked me kind of last minute, and I didn't realize she's actually one of those that went through their next level program, and that was just awesome. She did a good job too. She did a great job.
She just joined our children's church staff 2 months ago and is doing great. So
that's so cool. So so we did that. We went to the school, and then we had about a 3-hour window, and then we basically started the seminar here at the church. I think check-in was 11:30 or something, and then, like you said, we kicked it off. Didn't we kick it off with action songs first? So Tristan kicked us off. Yeah.
Tristan, by the way, she did a great job. This is our first time ever doing a session like that.
She was
did a good job.
fantastic.
I put her on the spot. I said, this is a tall order. You trying to be like Brother Hodge? I
Yeah.
said, he is a hard act to follow, and I think she did a great.
She did
job.
great.
She did great.
Well, thank you guys. It was great to be here.
And you
I'm
should have
really
been in
glad
here
to.
today. And if you weren't, you can go back and
What?
watch it on YouTube. Yeah, she definitely delivered.
She might have acted just a smidge tired before that last song, but she nailed it.
She came back like she was out of breath for some reason. And so
If you only did 45 minutes straight action songs, I don't know what your problem is, girl.
Yeah.
I'm not naming names, but there was two that was winded before the end of the first song. First session.
It wasn't just winded. I had a full blown asthma attack going on.
I'm not naming names. I'm not.
I'm not naming names, but the guy next to me was in bad shape.
I'm not going to call
I was in
anybody
rough
out.
shape. It was
Good.
bad. I really was like, trying to. And the next giveaway is. Yeah.
Well, in your defense, you have asthma.
Yeah.
You and Brother
Yes,
Hodge.
thank you.
You and Brother Hodge both, and y'all are the ones that do all of the action songs. It is so crazy.
Well, Tristan did this time, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really fun. Obviously, like that's like the thing that I love most about like with Sunday school. Like songs are like my thing. I really love doing them. And so like being able to do it here was really fun. And then it was just great being able like to not only be able to do them like in the seminar before and after, but also during the kids service, and just seeing like how involved all the kids are being able like are willing to be, even from the front all the way to the back where all the oldest kids were.
Yeah.
Just seeing that they're not too cool to be doing action songs even at 15, 16, however old they were.
I will say one of the fails we had today was we played the one off YouTube, and that was Sister Delaney talking today. by the way,
Oh,
guys.
Yeah, I heard.
no, it was
I
us.
heard
It was-
that.
it was Friday.
That's-
Yeah,
People,
Friday.
people thought somebody was on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
I just
So-
remember I heard it. It sounded weird because it sounded like very tinny, like it didn't sound
Yeah.
normal. And I was just like, okay, because then the intro was gone. I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
So Philip, Brother Booker, he's looking around. He's like, "Who's got a mic?" And it's like,
No,
it
I was like,
Delaney.
That's
I
funny.
literally was like, I'm hearing voices. I can't do this anymore.
Hearing voices.
So, Delaney, if you're hearing this, you're in Jordan and you're still causing trouble. I'm kidding. She is awesome.
He's
But
like,
it was
"Lord,
funny
is
to
that
hear your
you?"
voice.
Lord, is that you?
That's so cool.
It was just, I was so confused. And then afterwards I walked over and I was like, what happened? Like, did I send you like the wrong version? And they were just like, we just played the one off YouTube. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See what happened was.
So, yeah, and then brother Uzzle opened kind of after that.
And boy,
he had to follow that.
yeah, but boy, what an opening!
Oh, so incredible! What a way to kick off the conference, man. I mean, he basically said, "I don't know if I was supposed to preach, but he did. It was so good.
ready.
It was so good."
So he had asked me. He was like, "Man, I've never really done an opening like this. What am I supposed to do?" I said, "Man, let it rip. Like we're here to listen to your burden. We want to deliver your burden the way that God gives it to you." And he said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "I promise you it'll be fine." And wow, he really delivered his
Nailed
burden.
it.
Well, I wanted to say something, and I don't want to hog the mic here, but the next one was resident here, Brother Chris Bradshaw. And I just want to say something that I met Brother Bradshaw, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and he taught on praying kids through to the Holy Ghost. And if anybody can teach that lesson, it's Brother Bradshaw. And I don't know if you have a picture of it. I think you took a picture of it, but back in the conference in California, it was a Western theme, and Brother Bradshaw closed it out. He's down there just praying with kids, and he's got this holster.
Yep.
And he's got the mic, and then he's starting to pray with people. He flips the mic around and shoves it in his holster. I think that's we need a picture of that as a mascot.
So good.
But anyway, it was a great session.
It's one of my favorite things to teach on is altar working with kids.
Yeah.
And anybody can be an altar worker. You just have to put the time in. You just have to put the repetitions in of doing it. And man, I promise you start praying kids through the Holy Ghost, you get hooked.
Yeah.
You start hunting for a kid to pray through the Holy Ghost.
It was great. Yeah. So this is our first WPF Kids event like this.
It is.
Yeah.
And so we had all of the the guys that helped make that happen fly out, and so it was cool hearing perspectives from all over the nation.
Yes.
We had we had 13 speakers total.
Yes.
There was some local speakers as well, but it was so cool hearing from all these different churches. And it was funny because at the beginning I did mention the fact that you might even hear advice that sounds contradictory.
Yep.
Because in different churches they just do stuff differently, and they might say, "Hey, don't do it this way," but yet another church says, "Hey, this is the way to do it."
Yeah.
And so you just need to gather all the info and then find what fits your church.
Yeah.
So a really funny thing. I wish can you guys tell what you heard? Go ahead. Come on, tell it.
So I'll tell. Aaron and I had went to. We're both in. So Aaron and I had went to Brother Booker's admin session,
Protecting yourself and your
about
church.
protecting our church from lawsuits and stuff like this. So
Very uplifting.
It was
And
so
what a great
good.
session,
And
right?
Very dynamic class.
Brother Booker had told us we need to make sure, before bus kids get on the bus, we get permission slips. And me and Aaron leave this session. We're kind of stressed out that we're about to get our churches sued and stuff. We tell Brian and
Stressed out
Leanna,
was an understatement.
and they say, we're not worried about permission slips. And so our next session that we come to, Brother Uzzle is talking on bus ministry and how to get kids on your bus. And he said, you don't need some 8-page permission slip. Just get the kids on the bus. So we felt a little less stressed, maybe. Yeah, after that
that's
session.
The purpose of that first one is not to stress anybody out. It's just, while we're doing this thing that we love and it is so effective, let's just make sure that we're being protected at the same
Well, wait,
time.
let's talk about your 8-page permission slip.
We both thought these guys need to sit down and have a conversation.
Social security numbers are not required. Blood type?
Next of kin,
Hey,
Which hospital you were born in?
yeah,
blood type.
better safe than sued.
Hey, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah, but it was really fun getting all these different perspectives and going through the schedules. It was just like I wanted to be in every room at once, but you had to pick and choose. So I can't wait to go through the videos, which are at where can they watch them?
You can go to the WPF Kids YouTube. Now, day 2, all the videos are up the way they're supposed to be. We had a hiccup the first day, so yesterday. Those will be uploaded by hopefully tomorrow night.
Very cool. Yeah, so if you want to review any of those, you can go in there.
How do they find that though? How do you
Literally
find-
just go to YouTube and type in WPF Kids.
Okay.
We're the only one on YouTube.
Okay.
Cool. And I'll try to go in there and parse them out as well and put them on Apostolic Sunday School as
Yes.
well by individual session rather than one.
So,
form.
yes. Yeah. All right, we can talk about that. I try to make it easy on you. So,
Oh, cool. All right. Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's WPFkids.org as well, where you can go to just for resources, and we'll probably have a link to the YouTube
Yes.
on there.
Yep. It's already on there.
Okay, perfect.
I will make it front and center, though.
Awesome. Yeah, I talked to more than one person that was like, "You guys made this so hard, I can't choose which breakout to go to."
Yeah, it was.
And that's a good. I mean, you want it to be like where you want to go to everyone. I mean, I was one of the presenters, and I still when I wasn't, I couldn't decide.
I was thinking I need to make sure I've got at least 3 people with me when I come.
Yes.
That way we hit every session.
Yeah,
Yes.
like take notes. You can't go to the same
on
one.
the sessions I was teaching, I was like, I don't want to be in here.
This is a boring one. He's saying you had
Here, can you teach us?
you had Brother Pelletier doing puppets at the same time I was doing how to start a bus ministry from scratch. And I was like, I
had
want
to
to be
do
in
protecting
there.
yourself in your church. Nobody wants to do that session.
So I had to do pursuing excellence while Brother Booker and it was you two, right? With the object lesson.
Yeah, object lessons, yeah.
I like 4 people in my class.
Hey, I don't want to call out your son, but he did say, I'm leaving my dad's class.
And he told you not to call him out.
Yeah, he said, don't tell my dad. But so we're
That's
not
great.
letting you know. I
That's
just,
great.
yeah, I'll be careful not
It's
to tell
just
you that.
us, right?
It's still a secret.
I did tell him that if he didn't have anybody in his class, come just join us in your guys' object lesson class.
Then 4 people walked in. He's like, man.
I almost asked him, you guys want to just go next door?
We're we're pursuing excellence, and excellence is in the next building.
So good.
By the way, Brother Man Warren, I wish I could have been in your class. I'm not just saying that. It was not a throwaway class. All of these sessions were incredible, and I really can't wait to review that because I have been excited about it.
Yeah.
Brother Baker did that in Southern California, and I told him, I said, I really want to hear from this, from Brother Man Warren.
Yes.
He has a great perspective on this.
So a blooper, the first few minutes of his, there's no audio because he wasn't holding the mic, but we fixed it. So,
speaking of some audio and bloopers,
here we go.
I got tore up in the chat. There is a clip. I'm going to give
blooper.
I'm going to give some context. Okay. So we had a long time ago in our Sunday school, we had Brother Joey Boggs. He's now on the evangelistic field. But we were doing a Western theme, and he was going on the evangelistic field during the middle of the theme, and he was a main character. So what I said in the clip is I said, so we had to kill him. Clip ends right there. That's it. It ends there. I meant, like, in the theme, his character had to die, and then, so he could go off in the evangelistic field. We didn't kill him. He's still alive.
We believe.
Brother Eric, what was Brother Eric saying? Because it was like they agree with it, or
He said, and they're ready. And I was like, oh. So that was our fault on the media team. We used the same URL.
Hey, when I first saw it, I didn't know because I do shorts, right, for the my podcast.
That one's going viral.
I thought it was like, is this like a AI shorts or something? Like, did it cut it just to happen to cut it there?
No, we used the same URL, and the second we hit go on Brother Eric Williams, it kicked you off and put him on. So
that Eric Williams.
I know.
What a guy.
So we fixed that problem today, and everything's recorded. So those will be deleted, and then we'll actually put the videos up.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm going to save that one first.
The one in the chat is saved to about 100 people's WhatsApp.
They all have it. I know they have it because they were blasting me.
Yep.
the best thing I've seen all day.
There's nothing more anointed than a resurrected evangelist.
I haven't called him yet. I need to call him and tell him about it.
So, bro, when you listen, when you see this going and being circulated on church milk, I was talking about you.
He saved Breeden from his roast on the group.
What is? Oh, yes.
Wasn't he vindicated? Yeah. Didn't the video clear him?
So the video did clear him. It did. The video did clear him, but oof.
I still don't believe it.
It's a deep fake.
If you know, you know. So.
It just had to be there.
And then, so after that, what was next?
Well, so we had the breakouts, and I don't know if we need to go through all the breakouts, but we could talk about the prep. So we had a couple breakout sessions. I mean, a total of 6, but 2 segments of 45 minutes. And then we, at 4, this is something we've done in California, and it's just really neat. We basically, at 4 o'clock, we gather everybody that wants to help for the service on Friday night and go run through it. Object lessons, songs, skits. And so that was really cool. I was in charge of the Bible story, and we did a prodigal son.
It'd be cool if we included puppets next time we do that.
Yeah.
About a minute apiece. It was about all you'll get.
Yeah. So we were going through, and Brother Booker had each person that was in charge of the thing. Like, okay, if you want to be part of the skit, go over here by Brother Baker. If you want to be in the songs, go over here by Sister Tristan. Goes through the whole list. Poor Brother James Peltier sitting over on the edge of the platform.
On the altar.
just sitting there by himself.
Nobody likes me.
It must have been something
I didn't even have
said.
it on my written list. Like, it wasn't like I missed. I just didn't even write it down.
Completely forgot about you.
I really did genuinely feel bad. I don't know how that happened.
My favorite thing about those services, though, is you have an entire room full of people that most of them are meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they're
Yeah.
jumping in, and they're jumping in with people that they do not know.
Yeah.
And they're putting something on that just turns into, it's so epic when it happens. And you see the various people being used. And like a lot of the people that came with me had never done an object lesson before, but they wanted to do one.
Right.
That's so cool.
And so I was like, cool, come on.
And they're here to learn. Like they're
Yeah.
here to
Mhm.
grow, because they don't like when I go to things like I want to grow. I haven't arrived.
Yeah.
I haven't
Oh, yeah.
I haven't gotten to where I want to go. So I want to go and learn and grow. And so then to do this, especially on the first night after a couple of sessions, you've got people that aren't feeling like over the top.
Right.
I got this by the tail,
Right.
Yeah.
you know? And so they're going to jump in and put themselves out there in all kinds of ways and do it. And then look what happened.
Mhm.
I would say that's the difference between a lot of different areas is if you're a children's minister, you're in this because you love it.
Yeah.
And when you show up in a room that is full, chock full of the best of children's ministry, and you start rubbing shoulders with them, and they start relating, telling you some of their stories, like you were telling today, some of your fails, and people are like, "Whoa, I thought it was just me that was going through these
that's
things.
good.
I
Mhm.
thought that my church was the only one that had kids that were pulling knives on each other and
Mhm.
and whipping flaming towels over the kids'
Oh,
heads.
man.
We have, and he's not even here to defend himself, but one of the fails we have in our church is we had a young man who was filling in for me. He was walking through the kids, and he had a machete because he was chopping fruit. And he wasn't thinking anything of it, but he's just swinging this thing, and he's walking through the kids. I'm like, oh, he's about to cut
Oh, my
somebody's ear
goodness.
off. And so, but it's just the things that you learn from. But when you show up in a room full of people that you consider the elite, if you would, like Brother Booker's in the room, and here
Yeah.
he is. He's telling me that he's had the same fails that I have had, and
Right.
it's,
No,
Right.
far worse.
he told us the good version. So. But I mean, when you show up in a room and people start relating to you and the things that you've been through, all of a sudden you're just like, wow, I'm not a complete failure.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make this thing work.
Yeah.
And then they show up in a service and they're throwing themselves out there. Everybody that was in that room, yesterday, today, were there because they wanted to be here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so they all participated. I didn't see a single person that did not participate.
Yeah.
Everybody got in there. And when you're unified like that, that's why you have 15 people get the Holy Ghost in a room like this, is
Yeah.
because everybody wants to be here. Everybody wants to be involved. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
It was so
it was
cool.
cool how each group even ran through their own thing on their own. We never ran through it from start to finish. And it just seemed like it
Mhm.
flowed really well.
It
I mean,
did.
there was little minor
It flowed
pauses or
well, and we
hiccups, but it
even
was great.
switched something up in the middle, the object lesson in the Bible story,
We
and it
did.
still
Right.
everybody didn't get confused. I mean, it worked.
I'm glad we did that because I thought that's what we were doing originally. So
Mhm.
I'm glad we switched it.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite object lessons to do with the Prodigal Son, though.
It was so good. Yeah, and the theme was like even with the prodigal son, we were talking about God. You're never too far gone, and God's perspective, kind of the Father's perspective in that Bible story, and so that's what we were really focused on. So the object lesson worked fantastic for that.
And then we just handed it off to you, and you finished telling the story. Or no,
Yeah,
you handed it off to us. And
I handed it to
said-
you, and then you finished. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing that really helped, like the whole service flow really good yesterday, was the puppet show that just kind of brought it all together. It being in between each segment,
Yes.
it having
That
this,
was cool.
it being the storyline that like tied everything together. We didn't have to worry about handing it off and running in to talk
The
to each other.
transitions.
The
Yeah.
transition was the puppets, and it really was really helpful. Just it gave us time in between to set up, and then also just helping to have a flow, and then also like locking in the principles that we're trying to teach the kids,
Mhm.
and them seeing them in action versus
Yeah.
us just trying to tell it to them.
Correct me
That's
if
great.
I'm wrong. Wasn't that one of that kid that was doing that? Wasn't that his
Yeah.
first time ever doing puppets?
I'm not sure if it was his first time, but he was really, really good at it.
So
I heard
good.
that was his first time.
You walked.
Wow.
You walked.
Yeah,
up
he was
with
a-
his voice.
He walked up to our little group with the voice, not knowing what character he was going to do, what he was going to do. He
That's
started
great.
talking in that voice.
Oh, that's so
That's
cool.
great.
It was really good.
It fit that puppet so good.
Yeah.
So
To a T.
I'm ashamed to say that I actually thought it was you doing two of them.
No, sir.
I really did.
I genuinely was like, I don't know who that is, but they're amazing because I thought it was you at first. I'm like, brother.
Yeah, I thought it was
So
him at
good.
first until I saw Giraffe.
And now they're talking to each other.
I thought it was two-handed back then.
I thought you were talking to yourself. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I
He
do
does
talk
that
to
too.
myself.
No, it was so good. And the girl was unreal.
Yep.
Like it was
Mhm.
super clear. There's nothing worse than puppets you can't understand, or
Yeah.
they're talking too fast, or the mouth isn't moving, or whatever. It was top notch puppetry.
It was so good.
so fun.
And that's a fantastic method. Like the way that I don't know if we originally planned it that way, but
With
how
the transition.
Yeah,
No, they did that last minute in
yeah,
the chat.
that was
yeah,
so
we did
good.
that when because we were looking at, what do we do? What kind of skit do we want to do? And it
Mhm.
was that was the skit we wanted to do, but we had it all together. And I thought, you know what? That there's sometimes dead space between segments and
Yeah.
you need a little bit of time to do something. And this skit is set up where you could chop it up and it'll flow.
Which is
Yeah.
perfect.
So
I
we
think
did it perfect.
Yeah, I think that was like such a good change to make. But then like with also like how you said the dead space, but also it's showing them what we just taught them, and then it's showing them just a small part, and then we're expounding further on the idea of you've never gone too far, and then one more thing happens, and then up until the very end when it was right before the song, which was "You Forgive Me," and it was where he was forgiven, and then we do "You Forgive Me," and so it like how my dad says, where he says like you take it really, really wide, then you narrow it down.
Yes.
It just helped it bring it all to like a focus, and then it was the perfect transition into the final lesson.
Yeah.
And then Brother Uzzle taking it all together and really talking to the kids on a level they really understand, but also he's not pulling any punches. He
never does.
Yeah, so
It
he's
was
gonna
so
he's gonna
good.
say what he means, and I think it just all really helped it filter down to like the one moment when he like told the kids to come forward, and so I think just having the puppet show in the middle to solidify the idea helped
Yeah.
bring it all to like a focus at the very end.
Yeah. And it was kind of the roller coaster of, like after the object lesson, that was like serious,
Bro, the room got heavy.
It got heavy. And then
the puppet.
And then the puppet. The spike. Tell him, Fleabag.
And I actually looked, I peeked through the back curtain to the back and I said, "This is serious." And then,
Yeah.
It worked out great, though.
It worked out, yeah.
That object lesson is heavy, though. It really is.
I watched Brother Uzzle. It was so cool. We were in altar service, and it was just packed across the front. Kids praying everywhere. I mean, you couldn't hardly get through, squeeze through. And he saw like a little boy, and he was trying to reach. He couldn't reach him, and the little boy looked up. He's like, "Come here."
Yep.
And little boy came up on the platform, and then some other kids like saw that, they wanted to be up there too. So there was like three of them. He kneels down and he just started praying for all of them right there on the platform. Yeah. I thought that was awesome. It was so cool.
I think it was so cool having so many people that were willing to be in the altars, because I felt like everywhere I turned, I'd be like, "Okay, they have a star. 6 people already praying for him.
Yeah.
They have a star. Oh, there's 3 people already praying for him."
Yeah.
It was like there was no open spaces. There was no kid that wasn't getting prayed for.
So at first, when everybody had come up, like the adults even were on the peripherals and they were just standing with their hands raised. And I was like, no. So I started motioning them like, we're here to, I need help,
Yeah.
And then once we did that, boom, I looked up like not even 20 seconds later and like every kid had somebody praying with them. And I was like, let's go. That was so awesome to see.
It was very good. So yeah, we closed that night out, and then we had food and fellowship after that. And then we had a whole nother day.
Some delicious food.
Yes. Well, it was very good.
Delicious. And then, then we had today, and wow, it was hard to pick the sessions today. I think I leaned over to somebody and I said, it's like the Avengers of children's ministry are here. The who's who are all in the same room together. The Avengers of children's ministry have assembled. So
let's not overlook the job that Brother Uzzle did again today, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought this morning. I mean, yesterday was terrific, but I don't know. My favorite was this morning, personally.
Yeah.
Just his burden was just incredible.
Yeah, one team, one mission.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that goes back to the culture that you were talking about. And one of the things that I appreciate, this is my home church, one of the things that I absolutely appreciate is I do not feel like I am in competition with any other minister in this church. And I don't know who said it, but the moment as children's ministers we make it about us, it is no longer about him. In that exact moment, and I mean the exact moment it happens. And someone was asking, Brother Eric Williams, he's my dude, he's my right hand man, he's my best friend. But he's preaching to more kids, 500 to 600 kids a week.
Yeah.
Than what most people will do in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was saying, well, what about your children's ministry? And I said, what about me? You're making it about the wrong person. And it could be very easy for me because I'm the preteen youth pastor. Well, why is he in the school and why ain't I? And I could, anybody could easily make it that. But that's not the culture here. The culture here is what can I do to help you in your ministry?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need me to fill in for you? Do you need me to come to the school? Do you need me to go, bro, that'd be great. I have this going on. Could you do this for me? And I'm the same way. Bro, I'm going to be out of town. And he'll just be like, say less. And then he steps in and helps. And literally the entire culture here in my home church is that way. And he die quieter. I got to fit it in once. But the culture here is that way. Like, we are pushing our friends to be the best versions of themselves.
Yes.
And it shows. Like, when you walk in a room like this, you don't feel any competition with somebody else. I'm in my own lane.
Yeah.
I have my own ministry, and I'm not in competition with anybody else for my ministry. And bro, it is working. Like, we see kids and teens get the Holy Ghost left and right because nobody's in competition with anybody else. I'm not stepping on you to gain something.
Yeah.
Brother Booker in his admin session, I forget what the title was, but you said insecurities are dangerous.
They are.
An insecure leader.
The two-part session that never hit the part 2.
Exactly.
We got like to 1.8.
Oh, that
we never even made
Hey,
it.
I got 2 pages of notes on that.
Well, it turned into
phenomenal.
Yeah, what didn't end up where I was supposed to, according to my notes, but it was something. And I said this at the beginning, but this is not stuff that I was trying to teach anybody. It was stuff that I'm working on.
Yes.
So, man, there's just.
But I thought what you said was on display in this church. To see you, to see Brother Bradshaw, to see Brother Eric Williams, to see even Jordan Davis, to see Pastor Uzzle, right? Everyone was able to operate freely in their gift, in their calling, in their lane.
Yes.
No competition.
None.
And that's what I love about the committee that all of us get to serve on is there's no competition.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We all push each other to be better. And there's no room for insecurities and ego, right?
And when we each bring something different to the table, Brother Jordan brings something different, Brother Eric, myself, Pastor, we each bring, and others, we each bring something different to the table. And as a whole, like, everything is covered. As a whole, there are things that I can't do that Brother Eric can do so well. There's things that I can do that he can't do so well. And when we get together, we fill in those holes for each other, and the ministry just works as a body, and it's so cool to see.
Yeah. It's delayed punchline because I couldn't get my notebook out of my pocket, but this is the 2 pages of notes.
For
those that are on audio only. It's about a third of an iPhone.
Bro, that's crazy.
And I write really big. The note on one page is page 1.
A, B. Can I have another piece of paper?
But man, what a weekend we have had, y'all.
That session with your Acts and Action curriculum. I've seen Eric Stender in a variety of situations, but I've never seen him in like a actual teacher role. I've never been to his church. I've never seen him in that. When he came in doing Billy in your dynamic opening recreation, I haven't laughed that hard in a while.
It was awesome.
He
did so good.
He was really good.
What was crazy to me was I didn't realize you guys were doing that, and you got me. Like,
Oh,
Like he was
really?
like, "Hey," and I was like, "What's going on?" And so I'm looking around because I thought something was wrong, and I was just like, he got me.
Hey, the dynamic opening on the service got me because Brother Manwaring had the hobo come running in.
And
I genuinely thought there was a fist fight in
Hobo.
the back of the room.
Yeah.
I really did.
Whoa. Yeah.
That session, I was so mad that I couldn't be in that one because I went to the one at the one in Rialto
Yeah.
where you and my dad were teaching it.
Yes.
And then I looked at the thing and I was like, of course, the one time I'm teaching.
Yeah.
There was 2 other ones and I was like, come on. Like,
It was
because usually
good.
there's like a path, like Sunday school or like specifically like bus that I really wanted to go to. And I was like, the one time that I'm actually like teaching a session, both of the other ones I want to go to.
Well, I'll tell you, the first time I saw Brother Stender do some acting was at Summit, and I think it's 24.
Dude.
And
I said that's the first time. I've saw him at Summit. What am I thinking?
Yeah.
No.
So
I have seen him before.
So he did
so
at the very end. He was the outlaw that got one over.
Yes.
Oh, that was so powerful.
We were having church in there.
Because we had a lot of silliness and a lot of funny stuff, and then we were
My
doing
God
the
can.
object lesson. Yeah, then he started coming across and asking, like, you mean God loves me?
Bro.
And it was he was crying, like literally crying.
Yeah.
And in practice, I remember all the bad outlaws are like trying to wipe their eyes. We're supposed to not like this.
What was so powerful about it was the fact that he was literally giving his testimony.
Yes.
And that was last minute. That was not in the script. He just said, "Hey, what if I?" And we're all like, yes, that, and it was, wow.
Yeah,
It's
that
so
always seems to like really drive it home to the kids when they realize like the people that you're looking at like are real people.
Yeah.
They're able to
Yeah.
see like real life stories.
He's
and-
telling his story.
Yeah, and they're able to see like, oh, they're not these perfect people that I see only on Sundays, and they look like their lives are all together.
Yeah.
They realize like all your Sunday school teachers are real people. All your bus
Yeah.
like workers, all your bus captains, they're all real people that go through the same things you go through.
Yeah.
And like there is a way to
That's-
stay committed to God and still face life's problems.
Reminds me
Yeah.
of like the glow stick analogy, right? The entire purpose of a glow stick is to shine light, but it will never shine light to its surroundings unless it's broken first.
Mm.
And when these kids realize that, hey, the people that are talking to me have been broken just like I have, and you allow like your light that's in you to spill over onto them because of your brokenness, that kid's like, whoa, I can survive this. I can make it through this. There are better days ahead.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful when that begins to happen.
One of the things in that session that you missed, Tristan, we did in our question and answer part. There was a young couple that raised their hand. They said, it's not really a question, but they said, we just started using action curriculum. They said, it's changed our world, completely changed, which is really cool. That was awesome.
Yeah, I had it muted because you were turning that on. I was like,
So, yeah. And then had all those sessions today, and we had the panel at the end.
so there's 4 of us at this table that have a podcast, but there's 2 couples sitting on the table that do not have their own podcast.
Yet.
Not yet, yeah. So, Brother Manmorn, you had the voice for it, bro. So, what was...
No, he's not. He's like...
Yeah, now he's not going to talk, right? So, just talking to you guys specifically, what was your favorite session or your favorite thing that happened this weekend? You want to go first?
We'll have Sister Becky go first.
Okay. Come on, Sister Manmorn. His co-host, Sister...
As they're like silently
Azzle, when
pointing at
she
each
got
other.
that
We're on
really-
video.
I'm trying to think. There was so many good ones, honestly.
If you don't say mine,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
like
be offended.
toot-
Here we go.
You're amazing. No, I'm gonna toot his own horn, but I thought Brian did really well in the segment that I did doing his. Since it like that was his first time doing that, and I did like I was a proud wife.
Yeah,
He
that
did
was so
really
good.
good in that, but I think
It is our anniversary week.
no, but I thought he did really well in his. But honestly, I don't think I have a favorite.
Yeah.
Like, I literally felt like just it's so inspiring just being in the room at Summit and being here. It's just, it really is the best of Pentecost, in my opinion, just
Right.
being able to be around such amazing people that like really don't know what kind of eternal impact they're making, because all these 25 churches are going back to their churches and they're changing their world.
Yeah.
And like, we really don't even know the amount of children's lives that are going to be impacted just from doing this. And I thank you guys to hosting, and I'm not ending this, but like, it's pretty crazy. I don't think there was a favorite I had. It's just, it was so good. It really was.
Mm.
How about from the Meads?
Man, Brian did pretty good. Not good enough for me to go back to the
I
second.
can't wait to watch.
He did great.
I don't blame
But,
you.
I can't wait to
honestly,
watch it.
I think
Honest
my-
feedback is good for us.
Constructive criticism.
That's right. Can't let him get too big of a head. No, I think single-handedly my favorite thing that had happened was when you were teaching about how to pray with kids.
Yeah, that was good.
I think we overcomplicate that
We
a
do.
lot. You know, and I
Mhm.
can say that from personal
Yeah,
experience.
we
I-
honestly do. Everybody does.
I overcomplicate that a lot. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes when it comes to the whole screaming, you know, a lot of times it's screaming, it's tongues, it's all this stuff.
Right.
It's not. Simplify it. Make it easy.
Yeah.
Do the step
Mhm.
process, talk them through it. And that really opened my eyes. And not only through the lesson did it open my eyes, but seeing it in action.
Yeah.
opened my
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Friday night was one of the most amazing services I have ever been in
Yeah.
my life. I called my dad actually when we had left, and I was like, "Dad, I'm sorry, but I will be here every single year.
Yep.
Don't put anything over these dates. I won't be there."
Yeah.
So, what have you guys been to a conference similar to this, or any kind of what's your I guess background?
I would say
ministry?
no. The only thing that we've been to kind of like this would be our camp, kind of. But I've only been doing Kidman for what, 2 years, roughly 2 years, and it was actually at our camp meeting that Brother Bradshaw will be at.
Yeah.
But
In June.
in June. But at that camp meeting, it was Thursday night, the last night, and I was only called to play music. So I was only playing drums, and that was it.
Here you go.
But it was at that Thursday night service where I was sitting in the front row and I physically could not get up and go play music.
Yep.
I felt God so strong, and I prayed, and I was like, God, if I never play for another thing, if I never sing, if I never do anything other again, I said, please let me always be a part of the kids ministry.
Hmm.
Let me do something. And I told her in the car, and she started crying on the way home, and she's like, finally, catching the fever. Finally, because she grew up doing this. I never did.
Oh,
And,
wow.
It has won my heart to see those young people, break, to see those young people with tears in their eyes, and you can pray with them, and to watch them receive the Holy Ghost is something absolutely monumental.
I've been trying to tell you.
She's always right.
Oh, man. Hey,
What's your-
that's on record now. He
Yeah,
said it.
I'm
He said it.
Almost 3 years will make you like that. I'm a fast learner.
I guess I'll go next, but all of it was wonderful. It's really encouraging to see. So like growing up for me with kids ministry and stuff, I didn't realize that it was more than just in your own church. Like I knew other people did it, but I didn't realize there was kids camps and kids rallies, and there was so much more than just Sunday morning, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's been really encouraging to see. I mean, 25 different churches represented. That's just amazing.
Beautiful.
All of them are wonderful. But I do think something unexpected that I actually went to kind of last minute was the puppets.
Oh,
I had
yes.
actually planned
I was
to
in
go
there
with
as
him.
well.
I switched everything around today. I'm a planner, so I had like everything planned out like a week ago what I'm going to go to. All of it changed. Really, all of
Yeah,
it
she
did.
ditched me
Yeah.
too. We were supposed to go to all these together.
We went to
She's
all
like, "No,
separate.
Leave you.
So I went to the puppets, and I was like, this is such a great way to connect with kids. Like you
Yes.
said, that we can't do on our own. Like it's just a different whole level that I've never really been introduced to before. I mean, a couple that, the Breedens and a
Yeah.
couple around us have done them, and I've always thought they're great. but just that other level. And I'm like, I'm looking on Amazon. I'm asking them, where can I get some puppets? Like, we're doing this. We're getting some puppets.
I'm about to expose Sister Liana because before this, she was like, oh, puppets, whatever. Like, whatever. We don't need to do them. They're not going to be a part of our Sunday school, all this stuff. And then she comes back from this one session. She's 180.
Oh, First to admit.
Okay, if you order from Amazon, look at the size, because some of those can be pretty tiny. You want to get, if an adult is using it, you got to get over the 14-inch,
14-inch. I saw some 18, 21-inch.
Yeah, there you go. Those
your wife was telling me some if they're too heavy, like they're too big, some that would be too heavy. Kinda.
Just do what Sister Glenda does and wear them. Just
make them.
Don't steal a couch.
But I guess that's all I've got to say. Everything's wonderful.
Brian, you passed it off and you didn't get to say something, so.
That was smooth, by the way. I see that. I'm taking 2 pages of notes.
So, I as well. I truly enjoyed the puppets. I think it's really good because in kids ministry, it's pushing yourself out of the comfort zone. If you want to be effective. Push yourself out of the comfort zone, right? Get out of character, get into character, if you will. And puppets allows you to train that muscle behind the curtain, so to speak,
right?
Right, and then you can step out, right?
You're literally training
what
that
I mean?
muscle. Like that arm is up there,
exactly. But I think really, I as well, if I were to say my favorite, Brother Bradshaw, I really enjoyed your session. Your burden, your passion, but it actually a conversation me and you had, Brother Baker, where we were talking about someone coming at me having a conversation about brainwashing our kids, and you made a statement and you said someone's going to teach our kids.
Somebody's going to teach them.
Someone's going to teach them.
Yeah.
Right. And so when I heard you explaining, like, I will pray with a child at the altar, like that doesn't bother me, but sometimes I wouldn't coach them properly, right? Really get down on their level,
right?
And give them some guidance and some direction.
Yes.
And the way you explain it really connects some dots for me, and something I definitely pray about, and I want to continue to push myself. And
there's a big difference between praying for a kid and praying with a kid, and when you can identify those differences and really, because you really need to do both in order to be an effective altar worker. You really do both, and you start with one and end up with another, and sometimes you go back. But if you really want to be an effective altar worker, you have to be able to flow in and out of both of those and just be sensitive. And the world is after our kids, and they're doing everything that they can. Literally from the moment they wake up, they're bombarded with everything. And so we have to get Jesus in them.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to add to your session that I think as a mom that has kids, it was so like mind blowing to me is you mentioning that as a mother, you're coached into birthing. And I was like, I think I may have heard that before, but like it just connected the dots that we're coaching them into their new birth.
Literally,
and the fact, like when you deliver and you know that nurse is there coaching you through, telling you when to push, and the fact you can, as a mom, connect the dots, like I'm helping this child push through to their new birth is like, it just was mind blowing to me. I thought that was such a great, connection to that. That was great.
Sister Kimberly, you haven't said much. What was your favorite?
Oh my!
Yes.
If looks could kill,
it's
not Bradshaw's now.
Well, today I was in my husband's most of the time, so
yes.
But we know that wasn't your favorite because you were having to work.
Brother Uzzle got to me the next level. Now I'm gonna cry. This is why I can't talk in front of people.
No, this is perfect.
This is good.
I'll cry with you.
I will too. I promise. Real fast in a hurry.
But it's always been a burden of mine, or an issue of seeing the kids when they outgrow Sunday school.
Right.
And this is what I sent to him regarding just the little snippet I gave you. We lose our kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've lost them. or when they go to college. Our son backslid, and it's just
It hits close to home.
It hurts,
Right. Yep.
And I don't want to see them lose
Yep.
their souls. I mean, what are we doing wrong? We need to hold on to them.
Right.
We need to grab that, and that next level. We need to do that. We need to do something to connect them and get them. Yeah, not just the ones that come on the route, but the ones that are brought up in this. I see so many that they're just doing what they're told or what they're raised in.
Yes.
It's not clicking.
Right.
We've got to get it in their hearts. And this is life. This is an experience.
Right.
God loves me.
Yeah.
They need to know that.
That's one of the things I think is so beautiful about all the programs that we have here at our church, not to toot our own horn, but we literally take them from toddler all the way to adult. And we have a program for every single step of that way to fill in those gaps to where, because the key to anything is consistency. And you want to teach a kid how to do something, you do it repetitively over and over and over and over again until they're doing it in their sleep.
Yeah.
And the Bible is very specific. When you train a child up in the way that he should go when he's old, he will not depart from it. Now, does that say that they all stay? No. We've lost so many of our teenagers to gang violence. We've lost so many of our teachers. They're in jail. And now our teachers, our kids, now our kids, they are in jail now, and we're ministering to them through our jail ministry now. But it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't because we did everything that we could do to make sure that they did it. But I will say the majority of them, they stay, and our retention has gone through the roof by doing it that way.
Yeah, it's good. Well, this is well over the time that I typically do for my podcast. So I don't know if we want to start doing some closing comments. We could go all night, I think.
One thing, we can. One thing we hadn't touched on is beyond the sessions, beyond the general sessions and the breakout sessions is the fellowship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before yesterday, I don't know the Meads.
Right.
I got to finally meet in person brother and sister Manwarren. And it's like the most impactful thing for me was something, I think it was last night when we were eating, and it was a conversation that Brother Baker, Manwarren, and I were having about our kids.
Yeah.
And the most important thing to you as a dad. And that was the most impact. And it was the most impactful thing of the weekend for me, was that conversation with a brother. And I know Brother Manwarren just from our group chats and our groups, the other groups that we're in and stuff.
Right.
But I got to meet him face to face, not just a Zoom thing, but sit across the table and eat with him and talk with him. And you really get to know who he is
as a person.
Yeah.
Right.
And
you get to feel his burden, and you get into
it was mostly you two talking. I like to listen. I got big ears, but
I got a big mouth.
Match made in heaven.
But I mean, it put into perspective what she just mentioned about Noah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
just
good.
a slob doing my job.
Oh, you sound like somebody I used to listen to all the time.
One of the neatest things about traveling and going to different churches is you realize that in every single church, there are people that are just as passionate. They care just as much about children's ministry and what they do as we do. And when we come to a conference like this, you see it on a much bigger scale. You are surrounded by people, and it feels like the whole world is interested in children's ministry.
Yeah.
Everybody loves this thing, and everybody's so passionate.
Yeah.
And it's such a refreshing feeling, because you can feel so isolated, but you come to things like this and you realize there is a big world of people that are, man, that makes us stretch ourselves. Like, I'm not doing enough. Okay,
right.
I guess I got to pick my game up a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people
Absolutely.
doing some cool stuff.
When you show up in a room like what we had yesterday and today, you leave so exhausted in body, but so refreshed in spirit. because you're just like, wow, you feel like you could take hell on with a water pistol when you leave stuff like this.
Yeah.
And if you've never been to anything like this, I would 100% encourage you, do whatever you can to get in a room full of the people that were here this weekend. Come to Summit, come to our next children's ministry conference, whatever you have to do. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your ministry. You owe it to your kids.
Amen.
To come and just even if it's only for 1 session, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, whatever it is, if you show up late, it doesn't matter. Just get in the room and fellowship with people.
Yeah.
We hadn't heard from Sister Bradshaw. You got to do
He's
more
being
than
a
the closer
mycog.
out here.
Favorite sessions. So I don't think I actually got to sit through one entire session. So when we went to SCC, we definitely gave the scope because we knew this was on the docket for this year of hosting, what that would entail and stuff. And I would say we had FPC here did an awesome job.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely doing their part. But I found myself, it was much different hosting it. And I may have
It's
said
great going to
yeah.
when you guys do all the work.
Yeah. You guys
my
are
I haven't enjoyed a conference this much in forever. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
I think my words were, so we are still going to SCC, right? So we can learn. So I will be watching all the sessions. I did sit in on most of Puppets, and I really enjoyed that. We have only introduced like one at a time. We've built the map and Navi, and we've done a little bit here and there, and our kids are super interested in them. So we actually, I've been was approached by multiple people today to start a puppet team, and we just recently were gifted brand new puppets.
Oh, wow.
So it's the time, I guess, for it to bring puppets. So
Send them my way.
I know, Brother Bradshaw. Yes, Brother Bradshaw question, but we're super stoked about doing that. The service last night, we had over, I'd probably say at least a third of our kids last night were first time guests.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I was like, it was super chaotic from a teacher's perspective, just from our norm. But like, I ended up in the altar praying with my neighbor, and he's never been here, and you see it. Like, I already have kids in my neighborhood that come, and but like, you really know, and he didn't get the Holy Ghost, but you could see it all over his face. Like, he really felt felt that. And I said, you can come with me again Sunday. I'll see you out on your bike tomorrow. And you could just tell it changed. And I was, it just makes it that much more real. That's your neighbor. That's your kid's friend.
Mm-hmm.
The life they live. And yes. And that would be the only session I did sit all the way through was Pastor Dwayne, and it was like a staff meeting.
Yep.
We hadn't had one in a while, and it was just like, yeah, that's what we stand for, and just a good reminder to be like, we're one team, we're all for the same mission.
That's literally how our staff meetings go.
Well, it was funny. He said that in the middle of that. He's like, this is our annual staff meeting.
Like, he preaches to us and at us.
Well, I want to mention, I'm not the authority on this, and somebody else can maybe speak to this better, but I just want to mention it at least. You guys did such an incredible job here hosting this. Amazing. I mean, it felt like SCC, and you guys have been doing it for years, and it felt first year, and it just was well planned, well put together. I know you guys were frazzled, but it didn't show in the day sessions at all. I mean, it was awesome.
Now the night sessions.
Yeah.
Trying to set podcast equipment up.
Yeah, it showed tonight.
You wasn't on your A game.
Yeah. So
yeah, you said we were recording for about an hour, but there was about an hour of setup time.
Yeah. Bro. And that's
I'm
what people really wanted to see as far as on video.
So that being said, I mean, when you have great people that you can emulate, when you have something good that is already established, something that has already, and we talked about this over in the gym earlier this evening. We were talking about, some of the things that we've been wanting to implement, but we just haven't been able to yet just because the time wasn't right. but the groundwork has already been laid. But I, as a dad, I want my kids to go so much further than what I ever could.
Yeah.
And so when I can take where I have been and what I have been through, and then being able for my kids to not have to walk through that, I can shove them, I can propel them so much further. Brother Booker has already made all the mistakes. He's already figured out what works. Yeah,
I'm
well,
good at that part.
and I don't mean that like, I just meant like you've done something and you've made SCC something that is so special. And then we've been there multiple times. We've seen how you've run it. We've seen how you've done it. You put the schedule together. You did all that work. And all we had to do is emulate what we see you guys do. So it was easy for us. All we had to do is just show up. And it works.
You guys did an incredible job.
You're
making it sound easy.
And I know it wasn't easy.
It's a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. And I know that because I left at midnight and you guys were still roaring.
Yeah, we left at 3:20 a.m.
Wow.
But it was worth it. We had 15 get the Holy Ghost.
And we're having it again next year. So we'll get the date out for sure, but the same week is what we're shooting at.
Yes, sir.
And we'll get it on the calendar.
Yeah, the second we were going at it, Pastor came to me and he said, "Bro," and I was like, "Next year," and he's like, "Done." So
nice.
And we want to get a couple more of these across the nation. We don't know where it's. We're not going to push it, but as the opportunities arise, we're going to jump on it and spread these out. And
because everybody needs this.
Everybody needs.
I'm telling you, you deserve to do it. Anybody have anything else? We're at 1 hour and 4 minutes.
We need an outro.
Well, and that's a wrap. That's my outro.
And out the door, dinosaur.
We didn't do a dad joke. Does anybody at the table have a dad joke? Give Tristan a mic real fast.
Oh, no. Brother Pelletier.
Yes,
Can you make her laugh, please? Because you have...
Oh, no, I'm on the spot.
Oh, here we go. Come on.
I gave her one of the best ones yesterday when we got here.
And she did laugh.
And
It
she
was
did
so
laugh.
funny. I was like crying, laughing. It was really funny.
Oh, what
Okay,
was it?
well-
I don't remember.
I mean, you can make the rest of us
Well,
laugh.
Hey, you can do it again. She'll laugh again.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. This morning, I'm laughing before I even get there.
I feel like I'm gonna laugh more. You know the reaction.
A hotel breakfast. We went downstairs and hotel lobby. They got the breakfast. I had.
Hey, you
Carton
unplugged
of-
yourself. You unplugged yourself. There you go.
That's ruin a joke.
There you go. Well, I mean, this whole setup's been...
Hotel breakfast. They got this carton of orange juice on the counter. And I walk over there, and the Sister Pelletier, of course, beats me down to breakfast in the morning because she's hungry. But
Wow.
but she's standing there, and she's staring at the carton on the carton of juice on the counter, and she's just staring at it.
She was concentrating.
I'm like, okay, yeah. No. Well, it's even worse. It's even worse.
see it, Tristan's laughing.
It's even worse. Tristan, it's even worse. She starts shaking. Just like this. She's just shaking. And I'm like, are you okay? We need to call the ambulance? And she says, no, I'm just doing it.
You're getting her. She's making up for a
I
lot
got her.
of got a podcast where she refused to laugh.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's called Punch Drunk, but either way.
So, yeah. So she said, I'm just doing what it says on the bottle. Concentrate, shake well.
Oh, Lord. I used to work at a orange juice factory, though.
Did you get canned?
Yeah, I couldn't concentrate.
Okay, we better wrap this right now.
I got fired from the calendar factory for taking too many weekends off.
Oh, I hate him.
Something like
I
that.
got fired from the M&M factory for throwing away all the W's.
Oh, Lord.
Did y'all know the no?
I can't keep up.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's it for this episode of the Sunday School Junkie. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all those things, but most importantly, share it with someone in kids ministry. Let's build a community of passionate teachers who are reaching this next generation. And if you're looking for more great children's ministry resources, I highly recommend checking out the Apostolic Podcast Network for even more amazing content. Till next time, keep loving, keep teaching, keep making a difference.